Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Saturday, February 17th, and this is my Saturday video of an outlook of what I think is some very good setups for the week to come. We're going to take a quick run through this whole list right here, starting from bottom to top. We're going to end up at the euro dollar and all the most popular pairs towards the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that. Now, I think these Saturday videos will be a really good thing, so because that could kind of give people an idea of what I'm looking for in the week to come for potential setups and trades that I'm potentially looking for in the week to come. So one of the first things we need to do to prepare for the week to come is we need to check out the news calendar. Now, Monday is a bank holiday, so I would definitely be very cautious about trading on Monday. There's probably not going to be a whole lot of trades on Monday. But on Tuesday, we got meeting minutes for the Aussie at 12:30 UK time. That's definitely a very good event. And we also have CPI next week, which is definitely a very good event for the Canadian pairs. We got a little bit of US news on Wednesday. We got meeting minutes on Wednesday. That's another one that's pretty decent. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Thursday is the day when we have all the PMI news. And this PMI news for the Euro, Canadian, US is definitely a pretty good news event. It definitely causes some volatility in the market. And on Friday, yeah, we really don't have a whole lot on Friday. We got German business climate, but yeah, not really a whole lot going on Friday. But that definitely doesn't mean that there's not going to be possible setups to trade on Friday. So definitely, at the beginning of the week, taking a look at the news calendar is a really good way to start off the week to come. So Bitcoin, boy, Bitcoin has definitely been on a rally. I've been calling this an ABC, which I still kind of think it does kind of have that ABC look to it. Now, if you zoom in a little bit on the daily time frame, like this, then you can clearly see that we have a 1, 2, 3 here. We have 1, 2, 3 waves up. So from the last end of a correction, which is right here, we definitely are in a wave 3 right now, very, very clearly, which means I would have to see a wave 4 and a wave 5 and a break of structure just to say that this little section of trend is over. So basically what that means for me is there's definitely no reason to think this trend is over. We are sitting at a Fibonacci extension level, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it could end there. It could definitely keep drifting up. Or it could make a little wave correction, which would be a wave 4 and another push up for a wave 5. So long story short, I am definitely still looking for longs on Bitcoin on the sort of time frames. I'm looking for nice little three-wave pullbacks like this. 1, 2, 3 waves down and pulse up to go long for the continuation of the uptrend. Once you get a break of structure to the downside, that would prove to me that the wave 3 is over, but we definitely don't even have a break of structure to the downside as of yet. So let's keep going. Let's work our way through this list. S&P 500 is another one that's just a big, big uptrend. I mean, we are definitely still making higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Definitely still in an uptrend until we make a significant break of structure, which for me, the last significant structure is right here. So until we break that structure right there, I would definitely be continuing to look for longs on shorter time frames. If we go down to the shorter time frames, we definitely had a beautiful entry on Wednesday on the S&P 500. We had a nice little 1, 2, 3 waves down. We had a nice big engulfing move to the upside. Very, very nice ABC correction for sure. So for me, I would definitely still be looking for three-way pullbacks to go long, at least until we get a break of structure on the daily time frame, roadmap time frame. And really, the 61.8 is actually my next target, which is right around the 5116 area. So definitely still looking for longs on that. Natural gas, man, natural gas has been in a extremely nice downtrend. And at this point, I would expect at least a 61 and 100% Fibonacci extension to get hit. So I'm expecting this to continue down at least until 1.5, maybe even 1.475, someplace around that area right there. And the reason why I say it's such a beautiful trend, I mean, look at this trend on the 1 hour time frame. I honestly think this is probably one of the best trends I've seen in a very long time. This right here is probably some of the easiest trading I've seen in a very long time. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. 1, 2, 3 waves up, go short. 1, 2, 3, 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 go short. ABC, go short. ABC, go short. ABC, go short. What a beautiful trend. The only thing that would prevent you from making a ton of money on this pair is definitely your trading psychology. So very nice. So on oil, I still think oil is in like an ABCDE pattern. I still think it needs to take out the high of wave 4. I still believe it needs to go up to at least the 50% level. So I am for sure still looking for longs on oil. I actually am in a long on oil still. I still expect it to go up to at least probably minimum, probably the 81.75 area. Now, gold is another one that everybody loves to look at. Now, we are definitely got a little bit of a parallel channel going on gold right here. And we definitely did make a bounce right at the 100% Fibonacci extension. Now, really, besides the fact that it made an impulsive move up, there really isn't a whole lot of proof that gold is actually going up in a big way. I do still think that gold is in a wave 3, and I still think that it will continue the uptrend, but we really need to see a breakout and like some sort of a retest. If we see a breakout retest, then I definitely would consider going long. If we don't see a breakout, then I would actually consider could definitely continue to look for shorts in a downtrend. When you go down to the 1 hour time frame range is where we got a Fibonacci retracement on here. And I would be looking for 1, 2, 3 waves up. I'd be looking for a Fibonacci bounce. I'd be looking for a pulse it down to go short again for the continuation of the downtrend. Like I said, if it does break out of this parallel channel, that could be a pretty good sign that this is going up. And maybe at that point, I would be convinced that it's time to start looking for longs. But until that happens, I definitely am looking for shorts in a downtrend. So the Aussie Kiwi, the Aussie Swiss that is, I actually think the Aussie Swiss is most likely in a wave C of wave 4. I still think the 100% is most likely the most likely target for this. Maybe the 123 is more likely, so it can take out this previous high. But either scenario, I am definitely still looking for longs on shorter time frames. I am definitely still looking for three-way pullbacks. 1, 2, 3 waves down, go long for the continuation of the uptrend. 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, go long for the continuation of the uptrend. Definitely not counter trend trading. Definitely trading with the trend. Kiwi dollar, the Kiwi CAD that is, the Kiwi CAD definitely has a little bit of a five-wave shape down. It kind of makes me think it's a wave A and that this move up is actually a B and this is most likely going to go back down for a wave C. So, I mean, I would definitely still be looking for longs at sort of time phase just in case it does keep on trending up. But we do have to keep in mind that if this goes up, breaks the high, and then makes an impulsive move down, that's going to tell us it's a wave B. And that would tell me that I do need to start looking for shorts and probably at least take it back down to this trend line to make a proper ABC correction, which I still think it's most likely a 1, ABC of 2, and eventually back up for that big wave 3. So let's keep going. CAD Swiss. I think the cat Swiss possibly is in an ABC. This actually could turn into a 1, 2, 3 and just keep on trending up. So I would call this either a wave C or a wave 3. Either scenario, I would definitely still continue to look for longs on sort of time phase, at least until we get a Fibonacci bounce and like a big engulfing move to the downside. I would definitely continue to look for longs on sort of time frames. Same thing pretty much as everything else. I'm looking for 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up, 1, 2, 3 waves down, impulsive up to go long for the continuation of the uptrend. We definitely had some very nice entries on this last week, and I am definitely going to continue to look for longs on this in the coming week ahead. So the Kiwi dollar, I actually did sort the Kiwi dollar because it looked like it was doing we had a contracting triangle on the higher time frames, like the weekly. It broke out of the triangle, it came back up, and it touched the triangle and made an impulsive move to the downside. I think there's a pretty good chance that this is going to go down, take out the previous lows. So at least for now, I do have it as longs, but at least for now, I am definitely looking for shorts in a downtrend. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, look at this nice impulsive uptrend, corrective down, impulsive up, and then bam, nice push down with a breaker structure. It definitely looks like the end of an ABC, and if it is the end of an ABC, it will definitely continue to make lower lows and lower highs. Aussie Swiss. I think the Aussie Swiss is just like most of the other Swiss pairs, which I still think this is going to trend up. I still think it needs to take out this high. I think it's most likely a flat by the looks of it, so it may make an equal high to the wave A because it definitely looks like impulsive up. It looks like 1, 2, 3 waves down. It looks like impulsive up for a wave C, probably a wave C of wave 4 based on the weekly time frame. So, just like anything else, I am definitely looking for longs and an uptrend at the end of pullbacks. There was actually a lot of really nice opportunities on this last week to go long, and I definitely will continue to look for longs at the end of pullbacks until the daily time frame and up tell me otherwise. Kiwi CAD, the Aussie CAD that is, It definitely made a very, very strong move to the downside, but we do have a Fibonacci bounce right here that does look like it is trying to break structure. It has not broken structure yet, so I'm technically still looking for shorts. But if it does break above structure, I definitely will start looking for longs on this. So definitely keep an eye on your daily time frame. If you get that structure break to the upside, I would definitely start looking for longs in a uptrend. If you don't get that structure break and instead it rejects structure and makes another impulsive move down on the shorter time frames, then I would just continue to look for shorts in a downtrend. The pound kiwi, I actually still think the pound kiwi is in an uptrend. I still actually think this is a very, very overlapping correction, and I'm definitely still expecting it to go up. So I'm definitely still primarily looking for longs on this. I was actually thinking we already had the end of a crescent right here, so I would keep an eye out on, especially on shorter time frames, to see if it makes a higher low and impulsive up. If it does make a higher low and impulsive up, I would definitely go long. It kind of looks to me like a 1, 2, and 3. I definitely would be cautious though. I wouldn't go long for no reason. I would have to see a nice little break of structure on shorter time frames. I would have to see it respecting the 78.6. I would have to see something like this. Nice impulsive bullish move to the upside with a break of structure to go long. So the pound Aussie, yeah, I mean the pound Aussie definitely did break structure to the downside last week. So I mean technically I would be looking for shorts on this, but I still actually believe that this is most likely going to go up too. I think that maybe it will drift down a little bit, but I definitely am primarily looking for longs in an uptrend. But the fact that it did break structure tells me that I should look for shorts until this daily time frame shows me like a Fibonacci bounce and then a golfing move up, telling me that the wave 2 correction really is over. So technically, I would be looking for shorts on around the 1 hour time frame. And we definitely had a few pretty decent little shorts last week, and I definitely will continue to look for shorts until the daily time frame tells me otherwise. So the pound Swiss, we actually have a few people that are short on the pound Swiss, but I do kind of believe that the pound Swiss is going to keep going up. I actually still think this is an A. This is one big overlapping wave B, and I actually think this is going up to probably at least a 78% Fibonacci extension of wave A, projected out the bottom of wave B, which puts us all the way up to about the 1.1741 area. So overall, I am definitely still looking for longs. Now, last week was pretty much a down week for this, but I still think there's a very good likelihood it's going to make some sort of a three-way pattern to the downside, maybe at ABC, and I still think it's going to keep on trending up. I personally am definitely still looking for longs in an uptrend. The pound CAD, we have to remember that we have some Canadian news coming out this week. The pound CAD to me still looks very corrective relative to the move up. I mean, this move up definitely looks like a trend. This move down definitely looks like a correction to that trend. And with that CAD news that we got coming out this week, it seems pretty likely that this was possibly going to end an ABC correction this week. So, I mean, technically, I'm still looking for shorts because it definitely has not told me that the correction is over. But when the news comes out, I believe on Tuesday, CPI news for the Canadian, that is probably going to change the story. So if it does respect this 61%, if it does make a nice impulsive move to the upside, especially if you get a break of structure, I would stop looking for shorts and I would start looking for longs again. Especially because I actually think this is a 1-2, and I think this is like a 1-2, like a 1-2, and then a 3, 1-2, 3 of 3. So technically, I would still be looking for shorts, but when we get that break of structure to the upside, I would definitely change that to longs. I'm actually still looking for shorts, and we actually had some pretty nice shorts last week. Even right now, I'm definitely looking for shorts. I'd like to see some sort of a three-way pattern up to go short for the continuation of the downtrend. But like I said, CPI news on Tuesday definitely could change that. Now, going on to the euro pound on the higher time frames, the euro pound does kind of look to me like we possibly may be ending an ABC correction. It looks like impulsive down, wave A, corrective up, wave B, impulsive down, wave C. We don't have that structure break yet, which is why I'm still technically looking for shorts. But if this does go up, if it does break structure, then that's going to convert me from looking from shorts to looking for longs. So as of right now, I'm technically definitely still looking for shorts in a downtrend. Even though we got a very impulsive move up, I mean, technically, overall, as a swing trader, I definitely am looking for shorts until it goes up and breaks structure to the upside. Once it does that, I'll be more than happy to start looking for longs again. So, on the Yo Kiwi, I am definitely still looking for longs on this also. I mean, to me, it definitely looks like an ABC correction here, and then it looks like a big ABC correction here, like a weekly time frame. It looks like the end of a weekly ABC here, and it looks like the end of a daily ABC here. So I still am looking for longs. I still anticipate there's a very good chance this is going to turn into an uptrend, most likely take out these previous highs and keep on trending up. So I'm looking for the end of this move down right here. And it kind of looks like it's trying to do it already. It kind of looks like impulsive down, three waves up, impulsive down. We're sitting at a fib level. I really need to see like a nice impulsive engulfing move to the upside, or preferably a break of structure to prove that this really is the end of an ABC. But I think this is one that I'm definitely wanting to keep an eye on the coming week, because if we do get this end of a correction, that's going to make for a very, very profitable trade to the upside. And really, the Euro Aussie is pretty much the same thing. I mean, I still think this is the end of a correction right here on the weekly time frame. It looks like the end of an ABC correction on the weekly. Going down to the daily, looks like the correction is already over. To me, it looks like this is already the end of an ABC correction, impulsive up. Now, maybe this will go down a little bit more, but overall, I am definitely still looking for longs. I still think there's a 1, 2, 3 in here, and that will just keep on trending up. So primarily, definitely looking for longs on that. The US Swiss is in a base channel right now, a parallel channel. Now, I still think this, even if this is a wave C, I still think it needs to at least go up and make a Fibonacci bounce. But honestly, looking at a lot of the other Swiss cross pairs, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this maybe didn't even respect this 61.8 and it actually just kept on trending up. So I'm definitely still looking for longs on this for sure. I would keep an eye on the 61% Fibonacci retracement level, and if it does bounce from that level and then make a break of structure to the downside, I would definitely start looking for shorts at that point. But until that happens, I am for sure looking for longs in a uptrend. The EuroCAD, like I said, we got that Canadian news coming out this week. That's going to be a pretty big deal. We are sitting at the 61.8. I mean, it definitely does have an ABC look to it, so I would definitely keep an eye out for this. Technically, I'm still looking for shorts because we do not have that impulsive up and break of structure yet. But I think there's a good chance that Tuesday's news could cause this to end the correction and could cause the beginning of a new uptrend on the daily time frame, which would be really, really good news for us. Now, the yen pairs, I always kind of group the yen pairs together for the most part. Now, all the yen pairs, if you go to the higher time frames, like the weekly time frame, every single one of these yen pairs is in an uptrend. And I still have not hit my target on any of these yen pairs. I still think they're all in a wave three on the weekly and the monthly. And I am definitely, besides the Swiss yen, which has been going down pretty strong, I am definitely still primarily looking for longs on all the yen pairs for sure. We had a couple of really nice long opportunities last week on pretty much all of them, and I definitely would continue to look for longs at the end of pullbacks on every single one of these yen pairs. I would definitely be looking for three waves down. What a beautiful trade some of these made. One, two, three waves down. One, two, three waves down. We had some amazing trades last week, and I will definitely continue to look for longs at the end of pullbacks, preferably three wave pullbacks for the continuation of the uptrend. Aussie yen, same thing. We had some beautiful longs last week. We had at least three beautiful long opportunities last week on the Aussie yen. I would definitely not go long now. I would only go long on pullbacks, but if it does make a good pullback, I will for sure be looking for longs in an uptrend. Pound yen. Yeah, the pound yen definitely does kind of resemble, an ABC crescent, and it does kind of make you think that it's going to go down for wave C before it actually goes up, which it definitely could. But I wouldn't count on that, and I definitely wouldn't be going short. I mean, honestly, the next move down may just be another three-way pullback, and it may just keep on trending up. So until the higher time frames, like the daily time frame and up, tell me that this thing is actually going down in a big way, I would for sure continue to look for longs at the end of pullbacks on all the yen pairs, including the dollar yen. The euro yen had some beautiful setups last week. One, two, three waves down. One, two, three waves down. Beautiful trades last week. And guess what? We're not bouncing off a fib level. We do not have a lower high. I am definitely still looking for longs on all the yen pairs for not a dollar pair. I think the yen moves this more than anything. I still think the dollar yen needs to take out the previous highs. I still think it needs to go at least to the 50% Fibonacci extension. Definitely still looking for longs in an uptrend. I got my Fibonacci retracement on the last push up, which we actually had a beautiful trade right here last week. And really, right there, you could have gone long also. I do think there is possibly a good chance that it will go down because it does look like a possible ABC. I personally wouldn't be going short even if it does, go down a little bit. I would much prefer to wait for the three waves up, wait for the impulsive engulfing move to the upside with a breaker structure to go long for the continuation of the uptrend. I mean, for the most part, I mean, the dollar index, if you switch over to the dollar index on the daily time frame, it definitely did make an impulsive move down at a Fibonacci level. And it definitely could go down and break structure to the downside. And if it does, I would be more than happy to start looking for shorts on the dollar pairs. But so far, it is definitely higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We are definitely in an uptrend. Now, if it does go down and break structure, I'll be more than happy to start looking for shorts on the dollar. But until that happens, I easily can make another higher low and just keep on drifting up, which it kind of seems pretty likely that it will do that. So, using that information and applying it to all the dollar pairs, I am definitely still looking for longs on the US dollar CAD. It does kind of look like it could go down a little bit to make a more proper looking ABC correction. But if it goes down, bounces off a Fibonacci retracement level, makes an impulsive engulfing move up, I will definitely take that as a long opportunity for the continuation of the uptrend for sure. US dollar CAD, same type of thing. I don't think I would go long now. I mean, it looks more like a trend, but if it does, go up and break structure to the upside, or if it does make it like a three-way pullback like this and then make an engulfing move up, an ABC shape. Like I said, until proven otherwise on the US dollar index, I am definitely still looking for longs in a uptrend. Kiwi dollar, I mean, we're bouncing out to 78% right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this just kept on trending down. Now, like I said, the upside on the US dollar index, or if it breaks structure on this pair, I would be more than happy to start looking for longs for probably the next coming weeks and maybe potentially even months. But as of right now, I mean, I'm definitely looking for shorts, and it definitely does have that ABC look to it, doesn't it? One, two, three waves up, Fibonacci. Yeah, I would like to either see this make a big engulfing move down to go short, or I would preferably like to see like a double top with a breaker structure to go short. Either way, I am definitely still looking for shorts. Now, the Aussie did go all the way back up to the previous structure, and if it does break and hold above this structure right here, that is definitely going to turn me into a buyer overall long term. We actually had a very nice entry to go long on Friday. I mean, I don't really counter trend trade a little that much, and the trend is definitely still down on the daily. So I still am primarily looking for shorts. And the fact that it came up and rejected structure, I mean, that's a pretty good sign that it may just keep on going down. Now, like I said, if the dollar index does break below structure and this does break above structure, I'll be more than happy to start looking for longs on pullbacks. But as of now, I am definitely still looking for shorts at the end of pullbacks. So be cautious. If you are going long, I would be surprised if it did just keep on trending down. Pound dollar, same type of thing. I mean, I got my retracement on here this last push down. This move up does look very overlapping, very overlapping, very corrective. We are at a 50% Fibonacci level. It already made an impulsive move down. It kind of looks like a Friday afternoon, late Friday. It almost looks like an end of a correction. Until proven otherwise on the dollar index, I am definitely still looking for shorts in a downtrend for sure. Higher time frames have definitely not given me a reason to start going long yet. If you go all the way out to the daily, the trend is definitely, for the most part, been up for a very long time. The trend has been down. I'm sorry, it's been down for a very long time. I mean, it looks like an ABCDE, and this definitely could be a bottom, and it definitely could go up. And if it does, the U.S. dollar index will prove it by breaking structure to the downside. So overall, I am definitely still looking for shorts in a downtrend. Now, the euro dollar did make a push all the way up to the 78% Fibonacci, but boy, it does have that ABC look to it. ABC look. So if we get a nice impulsive engulfing move to the downside, I would be more than happy to short this thing again for the continuation of the downtrend. Now, if the daily time frame does break structure to the upside, which it looks like it possibly could, then I would say that yeah, that's respecting the Fibonacci level. I would say that this is still a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 1. This is still a corrective wave 2. If we get that break of structure to the upside, I would definitely stop looking for shorts, and I would definitely start looking for longs because that would probably tell me that we're in a big wave 3. But since we do not have that breaker structure yet, I am still primarily looking for shorts. I'm looking for 1, 2, 3 waves up. I'm looking for a Fibonacci bounce, nice impulsive engulfing move to the downside for the continuation of the downtrend, at least until we're proven otherwise by breaking this structure right here to the upside, which is this right here is the daily time frame structure. So I do analyze every single one of these pairs on the list from top to bottom twice a day, except for on Mondays. So I do if you want to join my premium membership, I do a live stream on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. UK time, where we do live trading. I do that 5 days a week. It's about a 90-minute live stream. It's actually a Zoom meeting, so it's a 90-minute Zoom meeting, 5 days a week. I also do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I do an afternoon New York meeting at 1 p.m. UK time where we trading. I enter trades all the time in these meetings, and I share all my trades with any swing trade that I take. I share with my group. So I give people the stop losses. I don't really use take profits most of the time, but I definitely do give stop losses when I enter a trade. It also gives you access to the educational library, and it gives you access to all my private channels on Discord. And you also do get a trading course for free with the membership. So if you join the membership, you get a trading course for free with the membership. So you do get a lots and lots and lots of stuff for your money, especially with the fact that I do live trading with the group 2 times a week, except for Monday. Monday I only do one meeting, but boy, you do get a lot for your money. Definitely, definitely. So if anybody is interested in that, the link for that is in the description to join my Patreon membership. Now, if you do not want to pay for Patreon, that's definitely fine. But definitely join my Discord channel. My Discord I do daily, and you're not going to get access to my trading course. But I am trying to build a community of like-minded traders that are willing to help each other out. So if you would like to join my free Discord, the link for that is in the chats. If you'd like to join my Patreon membership, which comes with the live streams, the trading course, and all the educational information, then the link for that is also in the description. So as always, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope everybody has a very, very profitable week to come. And as always, happy trading and good luck.